Hi Aquarius, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And if you would like to be a part of the Winter Solstice Alignment Activation session, you can click the link in the description box below. It's going to be on the December the 21st. It's going to be on the solstice. We're going to use the power of that day to set some intentions, set the energy, and ultimately shoot you off into the future FLP style to get you to see all of the best and brightest of what 2020 has in store for you. If you want to be a part of that, click the link in the description. I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help us on our paths to our highest vibrational good. So, my sun sign brothers and sisters, what does the week ahead have in store for us? What is our destiny card for the week ahead? And this week we get justice, right? This is about us making the decision. This is about us signing on the dotted line. It's about us finally aligning to or committing to something, right? The justice card always asks you to choose between the options that you have, but it also asks you to choose, right? This is about making a path. And the difference between, because the Lovers card with Gemini represents choice as well, right? But that's usually choosing between two things or two people outside of ourselves. The Destiny card with the Justice card as the Destiny card is basically saying you need to choose the path now. Now is the time for you to choose the path that you're going to go down. This is the time, Aquarius. This week here in specific is going to be pivotal for the rest of your week, for the rest of your month, for the rest of your year, right? This is going to be a very pivotal time, and it's going to set the tone. This week in particular is going to set the tone for you and how you go into the next year ahead. Very, very interesting. Let's see what the context is. What is it that we are choosing or aligning ourselves to? And this week we get the Five of Pentacles, right? So interestingly enough, the Five of Pentacles I always see about lack mindset, right? And the Destiny card is basically saying you've got to choose. The Direction card is the Five of Pentacles, which is about lack mindset, right? Coming from that place. You have to choose to get out of that this week. You are going to, and I have to be honest with you, the feeling that I get here is that this week, Aquarius, we are going to wrestle with our thoughts. This is a week for, here's what's really, really interesting. I'm going to do this slightly the other way round for our sign because of what came up. The original message that I got, so for each sign, for each video this week, I've asked my intuition to give me a single word that that talks about what we need to know, right? That offers us some sort of different kind of message or insight that we need. The original image that I saw in my mind was a dragon, and I was like, okay, thank you for showing me that, but it doesn't really help at the moment. I need something else. And I could see this massive, majestic dragon breathing fire, and it was sparkling with magic. And I was like, right, okay, so what does that represent? What it represents is power, right? Where are you going to utilize your power this week? Where are you going to utilize your power to choose? Your right, your free will, your ability to choose the path that you embark on, your ability to choose your thoughts, your ability to manifest your reality. This week you have the power to choose, right? You have the power within you. And this week you are going to wrestle with your thoughts. This is going to be a week where you're kind of going through this process of saying, right, you're going to catch yourself in those negative thoughts. You're going to catch yourself in those not abundant thoughts. You're going to catch yourself in those moments of, oh, I can't be bothered. And you're going to make sure that you're bothered. Why? Because you have the power. Your inner dragon, right? Now I understand why I was shown that. Your inner dragon is coming to your defense. It has the power to assist you in making good on the choice that you enact into the world, right? And then finally, our insight card. What is our insight card for this week ahead? This week we get the Eight of Pentacles. It's all about doing the work, right? This is about doing the internal work. You've got to show up for yourself, Aquarius. You have to utilize that innate power. You've got to allow, once you make the decision, because nobody can make it for you, right? And the universe certainly won't. It can force you to make a decision, and then sometimes like, well, I made that decision under duress. You probably wouldn't have been under duress if you'd have just made the decision sooner, right? When we procrastinate, sometimes we create problems for ourselves. The Eight of Pentacles is basically saying this week we've got to do the work. Make the choice, allow your power, allow your inner dragon to come to your defense and stamp out those thoughts that are negative, to stamp out those thoughts that are holding you back, to let go of the bag of rocks that's on your back while you're trying to swim. This is about you allowing the dragon to roar and breathe fire, breathe life into all of your hopes, your dreams and your desires, and ultimately to get you to really stamp all of those non-abundance building thoughts to come into your life, to come into your world. This is the week where you have to do the work, right? If you show up this week and you set the intention for this entire week, I'm talking every single day, every single time throughout the day where you have a negative thought, dragon, show me what you've got, right? It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be elaborate. We've got lives, we can't just spend all day like, oh, I'm having a negative thought, now I need to summon my power. And we don't have time for that. It's having that moment of when something comes up and you can see that you're focusing your power in a way that is not beneficial for you, right? Okay, use the power to change that, right? But you've got to show up, utilize your power to choose, make sure you do the work. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments. Do you love it? Do you loathe it? Do you like it? Does it work for you? Do you want less of it? Do you want more of it? Take care. Have a fantastic week. And I'll see you soon.